2K should leave the game as it is currently. Before you go in the comments and insult me and call me a sellout, hear me out, because I believe I have some valid points and I'm pretty sure we can reach a middle ground. What it do, Uchi gang? It's your boy UchGamerX. And today I'm finally talking about the shooting controversy in NBA 2K25. As y'all can see, I have yet to upload about a jump shot or how to shoot video this year like I usually do. The reason why is because I have been labbing. I have been experimenting with shooting in this game, and I can confidently say that shooting should be the least of our problems in NBA 2K25. We've reached a point where comp players and casual players actually agree on NBA 2K. This is unheard of. Shooting doesn't need a buff at all. I know a quote from Gretchen Rubin that perfectly encapsulates what the 2K community is going through. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Personally, I think it is about time that this community changes its attitude towards shooting. I personally am against patching this game because once the devs will patch it, something else that did not need fixing will now be broken. And the same people pushing for this shooting buff are gonna be the ones to complain about the state of the game even more. And you will see videos everywhere saying how the game is dead. Mark my words. Joe Knows uploaded a great video yesterday on this topic, and I think you guys ought to check it out because he mentioned some very poignant things about the state of this community, and I believe he is right on the money. From personal experience, I am not having issues shooting on this game. Do I think the game is perfect or shooting is perfect? No. However, I think it is way too early to dismiss an entire video game just because some players do not shoot as much as they used to. I myself was shooting 70% on NBA 2K24. I shoot about 59 right now in a rec and 69% in a park. Yes, I mostly take catch and shoot, but I also fade sometimes when I have takeover. And if you've been watching my videos, you know this very well. The most popular video on my channel is about shooting in NBA 2K24, so I know what I'm talking about. Speaking of that, what is your shooting percentage looking like in NBA 2K25? Let me know in the comments. And while we move on to that topic, this is one of the most recent games that I played the other day. I'm gonna just go through this a little faster so that you guys can see some of the clips. So far, I have not taken a single jumper, but you can see one of the things that I'm doing is I'm making sure to be a team player first before I even attempt to shoot my first jumper. And people have to realize something. The more your takeover meter is filled, the better and easier shooting gets. I don't know why we're doing this again. Last year, it was the exact same thing until we actually found what the meta jump shot T-Mac was. Nobody was going crazy in terms of shooting percentages. Nobody knew exactly how shooting worked because it was a little different. And it is the same this year. How come we're not patient and then just waiting for the game to actually come to us and adapt? I don't know. Let's just all be patient. It takes a bit of time to get used to it, right? I'm trying to find the first time where I actually take a jump shot. Look, it was a fade midi. My first jump shot of the game. Look, here it is. It's a fade. The first shot of the game. This is just the first jump shot, right? There you go. And then I heard somewhere saying that you cannot make 3 jump shots in a row. Again, that is not true. People talk about RNG, and I want to address that. RNG is in pretty much most video games where multiplayer is involved. If you go play in FPS games, or I don't know, even FIFA, and here he is, my first jumper, and it's a brick. There you go. And you want to know why my catch and shoot jumper was a brick there? Well, I'll explain it to you very easily. Look, I released it way too early or way too late. Because let's be real, that's not my cue. That's the reason why I could not make this jumper. It's as easy as that. This was my first jumper of catch and shoot. And what does it say? It says late. Because if I remember correctly, because I have a jumper with Kevin Durant's release, so his release is just a little slow when you're on a catch and shoot. But if you're moving just a little bit, you have to release it a little early. So that's why I missed there. It's just as simple as that. Like, I don't know why everything has to be rocket science. It doesn't have to be. Hey, that's a good alley there. Hey, man, I'm a team player. And you see, my takeover meter got up even more. And then the chemistry meter got up even more. And guess what? +3 on your 3-point shot, +3 on perimeter defense, and +2 on agility. This is why you wait for your takeover meter to fill up when you want to go crazy with shooting. People just think they're going to be fading, you know, for 3 for their first jumper because they got a 94 3-point shot. Listen, I get it. It's a video game. We're supposed to be shooting the way we want. I get it. But let's be real. NBA 2K is a simulation. I know you don't want to hear that, but I'm telling you as it is. Just like FIFA is a simulation. FIFA is a bit more arcadey. Yes, I get that part. But at the end of the day, NBA 2K is a simulation. When you play here, the majority of everything that's done in NBA 2K is to mimic what happens on the NBA court. Steph Curry does not just go and shoot crazy fade threes as his first shot of the game. And I don't know why you should be doing the same thing. Hey, if you want that, then again, we're going back to this debate where we might have to separate both releases, have an arcade version and a sim version. But personally, I think NBA 2K25 is in between. It's a good game because it is in between. You can see some arcadey elements and you can see some simulation elements, and that's fine. I don't know why we have to go crazy right now. If you think you're having a hard time shooting, why don't you just, you know, maybe try and experiment with more jump shots? And then this is the other point that I want to have about this is just the fact that you guys have so many videos on YouTube telling you what the best jump shot is that you don't actually think for yourself to go and figure out, hey, what actually works for me? Somebody tells you put it on push, you just put it on push. Somebody tells you put it on release, you just put it on release. Why don't you take the time to experiment with your jump shot? Why is it so difficult? You guys are blaming YouTubers. They have to put out content. It's helping most people, but some people also are just very gullible. You see, for example, I'll take a very, very quick example. You have a video, baby, by, I don't know, Double H, on how he's actually able to shoot in NBA 2K25, and you might think, oh, maybe I can do the same thing. No, you can't. Double H has been one of the best guards in NBA 2K for I don't even know how long now. Same with Joe Nose and Solo and Badge. All of these guys are good at the game to begin with. You cannot compare yourself, you a casual player, to somebody who shoots almost 80% every year. That's not how it works. You should be gradually getting there. Listen to people who actually play the same way you do. If you're not comp, why are you listening to, why are you actually getting all, I'm not saying you should not be taking advice from comp players. Of course, you want to take it from the guys who actually play like pros. I get it. But at the same time, you have to make sure that whatever it is that you're taking, you're not just using everything at face value. Somebody has a small guard and then you have a tall guard, but you're trying to get their jump shot and then their cues. First of all, you're not going to be able to get the same jumper because you have the taller guard. And secondly, the jump shot works differently for each and every single animation. The reason why I have this video in the background is to show you, I don't know where people actually got these ideas that you cannot time your jumper every single time here. It is not true. I'm just trying to go further here so we can actually see when I'm taking these jumpers. I wish I could just like speed it up, but hey, it's gonna be weird to do that without post-production. Man, PG, pass me the ball, bro. God damn. There you go. So I took my first jumper. Nope, I could not make it. So now I'm gonna have a chance to redeem myself. I'm wide open in the corner, and what do you think is gonna happen? Splash. Doesn't matter what happened with the first jumper. That's not my business. As long as I'm open, I'm letting it fly. That is the other mentality I want y'all to have when you're playing this game. Stop thinking that, oh, I'm having trouble shooting, I'm scared to shoot. Oh, nah. If you're wide open and if you're playing with me, you're wide open, you're not shooting it, we're gonna have trouble, bro. I don't care if you go 3 for 20, you have to get there. We've all been there. I have a game. Hopefully I can show you guys this game in the next video or on the future video, how I went 3 for 10 and I was on stream. And I was clearly saying when I was on stream that I don't think it's the shooting, it's my jumper. Because guess what happened? Since that game, I actually adapted with the same jumper, by the way. I did not change the jumper. In this video, I did. This is a jumper I've been using for the past couple of days because I have now 92 3-point. So I can unlock better bases. So Cal Cover is what I'm using. And as you can see, the cue was just a little wonky. So I still managed to actually hit my jumper there wide open. I'm not going to be missing that much anymore, especially wide open. Because first of all, I got the takeover on, you know, right now the meter is filled, and I know I'm confident in my jumper. Yeah, there you go. So you can see I'm 2 for 4 from deep. I don't know how. I thought I was gonna be. There you go. So I missed 2 jumpers already, but since I made this last jumper, before I made that last jumper, I was 1 for 3, and now I'm 2 for 4. And I promise you, until the end of this game, I'm not gonna miss again from deep. Why? Because I took the time to look at my queue. It's as easy as that. Yes, I know there's going to be some RNG elements involved. I don't know. Personally, I don't think RNG is affecting me as much as people think. It's not affecting me. It's not affecting your jump shot as much as people think in this game. But hey, the reality is you need to just make sure that you lab up your own personal or custom jump shot, because listening to people and opinions about what jump shot to use, this is the best jump shot, it doesn't matter, you should be just putting this jump shot on. No, that's not realistic. Everybody is different. We're all different individuals, and we all have different cues. There's a reason why a lot of these NBA players have their own personal jump shot. There's a reason why Lonzo Ball shot the way he shot when he first came to the league. He was comfortable with it. Was it effective? And not so much. That's why he worked on his form in order for him to develop a new jump shot altogether, and it made him a knockdown shooter. That's what I'm saying. You just got to put in the work. Just got to lab it up. It's not that hard. I don't know why it's come to this point where people just don't want to spend the time to lab. I don't get it. Get reps. Go to my court. Go to, I don't know, bro. Like, go to the rec. Go play these games. Look, I'm wide open. And look, and this is another thing that I realized with shooting this year, because when you go to my court, I really have to address this. My court is killing the perception that people have about shooting in NBA 2K25. Hear me out. When you are in my court, what happens? You take most of the time, you take standstill shots, so spot ups, and you press X. The ball comes back to you. So X on PlayStation or A on Xbox. The ball comes back to you. You get a great catch animation right away, and you can just go ahead and shoot it. And most of the time, you will think that you're actually a good shooter. But I can promise you, shooting alone is not the same as when you're in an actual game scenario. That's why you have to put in reps. Going to my court is great if you want to try out a jump shot, maybe 10 minutes max, but you have to go play in the rec. And I promise you, if you're going to say, oh, well, that doesn't work in a proving grounds, listen, trust me, man, I'll go in a proving grounds and I shoot even better than I do in a rec. I'm telling you right now, because I know in the proving grounds, I have to really be careful with my jump shot visual cue. That's the name of the game. I don't want to get into the shot timing profile, so the low risk and everything else, because trust me, that's a whole other video in itself. But I can tell you this, you need to be very careful of your visual cue in NBA 2K25. And when you're shooting, make sure that when you catch the ball, look at what happens. I catch the ball right here. In 2K24, I took the time to actually master all my catching animations. And we've only been 2 weeks into NBA 2K25, so you can expect people to already know how their jump shot work inside and out. My matchup for some reason just left me open, so hey, this is a good practice shot for me. So look what happens. I catch the ball, I wait just a little bit, and I shoot it. There's about 1 or 2 milliseconds where I wait before actually releasing the ball again. You don't want to just catch the ball and shoot it right away like we did in NBA 2K24. It's not going to work the same. That is just not the way it works. And another thing, you can't be a great shooter in this game if you ain't got the badges. I realized that since I actually upgraded my badges to gold, I've been shooting the lights out, bro. Like, I'm not joking, but I'm shooting about, what is it, 58 something percent in the rec, and then 69% in the park. The shoot, you just gotta take the time to understand the shooting. It's not that difficult. I don't know why people just go. The community has just become, look, from so deep, bro, with no takeover. Like, well, why are people having a hard time shooting in this game? I don't get it. Somebody tell me, bro. My matchup doesn't close out. Look at what happens. I take it with confidence. And again, I wait just a little bit before releasing the ball. There you go. If you know your jump shot visual cue, you're going to be fine in this game. For real. Back to my point. We just become a community of whiners. That's what I'm realizing. We just like to complain. we don't want to take the time to lab up. Some of the best players in this game, they're having a blast on this game, bro. I'm not saying I'm one of the best because I don't know if I am, but I'm having fun on this game. I'm having fun, and I'm also having fun shooting. Yes, sometimes I can miss. It happens, because I know maybe I didn't do something right. And before somebody goes in the comments and tells me about, oh, NBA 2K Labs video, 2K Lab themselves clearly stated it is not RNG. So I don't want to hear that excuse that, oh, it's RNG, all of that. No. If you don't want to take the time to actually master every new addition to shooting, for example, rhythm shooting, oh my God, that's another thing. I wish I actually recorded the game where I went like, exactly. I don't know why this guy is leaving me wide open, but hey, rhythm shooting is actually OP in this game, bro. I wish people would actually take the time to really develop their skills. Yes, it's gonna be wonky at first, but even Stizo the God already adapted to it. The guy is literally shooting like crazy with it because that's what these people intended to, you know? And the fact that we're not longer using a button means if you have a Titan or a Zen device, because they work based on, you know, button input. So because the right stick is not actually a button per se, because the button on the right stick is actually R3, it's not the whole stick itself. That means those Titan devices are not going to be as effective as last year. So we should all be having fun playing this game instead of complaining. Please, I'm just asking, I'm begging this community, just let go of your ego from past games. Yes, you were great in 2K24. If you were, then you will absolutely be great again in NBA 2K25. That's my 2 cents on it. If you guys enjoyed this video, man, if you're still with me here after this semi-rant, let me know in the comments if you actually think I am right or I am wrong. I'm really open-minded. I'm not like a lot of people in this community that will just dismiss anybody's argument. That's not the way I see things. I think there's only more than one side, to a story, and there's always even more than two. So let me know what you think. Do you think shooting needs to be changed in NBA 2K25, or do you think it should remain the same? I want to hear about that in the comments, man. Go crazy. Let me know. And jump shot video is coming out because I finally had the time to find out all the intricacies of shooting in NBA 2K25, and I'll show you guys all of that in the next jump shot video. Until next time, Uchi's out, man. Y'all stay Gucci. Peace.